Hey guys. Hey guys. It's your girl Tiara, aka QVF. I know. So I'm so sorry. It's been about a month and I've had the illest podcast brain fart. Like, you guys have no idea. So, that's been going on. Y'all already know. I ain't gotta tell you. But we back and I have a special episode because since I had such a long brain fart, I kind of had to, reach out on the page, get some advice from my peers on what should the comeback episode be. You know what I'm saying? So, for this episode, we're going to talk about models, but more so the models of the fetish community, across all platforms, not just Instagram. Shout out to Ashley Fancy Feet and High Arch Latina for the ideas. Love you guys. But yeah, so let's start with the Instagram community, since we're here. You know what I'm saying? The Instagram community is a pretty unique community, to say the least. If you guys notice, a lot of models get their pages deleted. Reporting is like, a thing. Hating is a thing. And it's really not like that on other platforms. Like, Twitter, it's a lot more unity. It's a whole lot more different kinds of fetish model. A lot of doms, a lot of switches, a lot of female subs. Every kind of model is on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason on Instagram, it's a little more sensitive. And, the client base that we have on Instagram is, for lack of a better word, just sensitive. I'm not here to offend anyone. I just want to, talk straight and stuff like that. I don't want to, stay too negative, because there are positive people on Instagram as well. That's the reason why every time our pages get deleted, we come right back. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing it, for the culture. We're doing it for our real fans, because we really actually have fans. But then, we got our trolls too. So, but I'll get into that. So, models versus the clients, or models versus the fans, especially the freebie fans, I'll call them. The fans that love you, that don't really, buy into your brand or pay for anything, buy any clips. They just don't. They just love to watch you. They appreciate the fact that you have a free page on Instagram for them to indulge in. So sometimes these guys are pretty entitled. They show a little bit too much emotion. They're not so professional. They try to get us as the models to believe that, we have to do every suggestion they have, because they're our fans and they press the follow button, but they don't really understand how much work actually goes into this and keeping up a page and stuff like that. Because just like you have the rookie models, you also have the models who are far from rookies, who are actual brands that you can Google, that they have about 10 pages on Google, because they put that much effort into their brand. They take themselves seriously. They done invested in themselves. So they're really not gonna let one little Instagram page like foil everything. You know what I'm saying? It won't make them disappear, especially like, brands like myself, LLCs like myself. One Instagram page is really not gonna stop the show, But yeah, clients, you guys gotta start building better rapport, better relationships with your favorite models. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we're here for you guys, but not all of you guys. So I gotta be really careful when I say that, so you guys don't quote me. But yeah, because a lot of clients, a new model breaks out on Instagram or on Twitter, and she's actually a woman who's deciding she's going to be an entrepreneur. No matter how high or low you think of that thought, that she had to create a page and put herself out there, she made the decision to do so. And a lot of, the male population on Instagram, they like to discourage new models by scamming them, wasting their time. talking to them in a DM when they can be actually talking to a buyer, you know, because buyers exist, and they're just not the majority of the male audience on Instagram. So it's like we have to filter through a lot of trolls and a lot of bullshit before, you know, we get to the people who actually really support financially. So yeah, with experience, you know, after a while, these models become a little hard. We get a little bitchy. Our attitude becomes zero tolerance. We don't really want to be too nice to you guys because we've already been taken advantage of. So you guys really got to understand where we coming from half the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've definitely had experiences that when I first dropped, a lot of people tried to waste my time, you know, and I had to quickly come up with 3 rules, you know what I'm saying? If he's trying to take too much control of the conversation, like, you know, telling me how he does things usually with models, that's a red flag. If he tells me first off the bat, I've been scammed, so I'm gonna do things this way, I hope you're okay with that. Second flag, you know what I'm saying? A third flag would be just talking, asking questions, especially sexual questions, without even showing real interest that you're gonna purchase something. It's really actually rude because we don't go in McDonald's asking about the hamburgers, asking about how the fries taste, and then walking out the store. You just wasted the cashier's time, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, clients, you know, you gotta really be careful because you help shape the personalities of your favorite fetish models. You know, you gotta be careful with that. Yeah, so chill with the entitlement, because us as models, just because we made a page does not mean we owe you what you want to see. It's actually our page, and we get to put out what we want to put out, what we're comfortable with putting out. You know what I'm saying? It is the internet. Things are permanent most of the time, and, you know, a lot of the trolls usually steal content, so we really have to be careful, and that's why we even have these pay sites, thank God for them, so we could put our content exclusively for people who really want to see them, and not just in a free way, because there are other free platforms like YouTube, like, yeah, our Twitter and our Instagram are all free platforms that you're getting free content from. So you have to kind of be appreciative that she uploads these things on a daily basis, period. There's really no way around that, because she could be posting on a paid site and you never get to see her. Make sense now? Okay, so, you know, we give and we take, we share, we give a little bit, but, you know, it's always appreciated when people just spend a couple dollars with us, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me move on. I'm gonna get off the males. I'm gonna stop beating y'all up now. Models and supporting other models, which is a crazy beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it a lot in SFS. I posted in my story, you know, and then you'll see a whole plethora of different kind of models that I'm shouting out. In turn, they're shouting me out. It's sharing a network. You know what I'm saying? A lot of models are really careful with who they share their network with, who they shout out, because some models scam clients. You know what I'm saying? Some models are not so good in the business that they do, and it's like vouching for somebody, right? So if you have gotten to know a model, you've built a rapport with her, she hits you up not just for shout outs, but actually talks to you, you got some stuff in common, and nobody really complains about her, yeah, I would shout her out, you know, but I'm definitely a little picky. Numbers definitely, you know, add points to who I'm gonna shout out, but at the end of the day, we all get our pages deleted, so numbers really don't matter. At the end of the day, it's all about that person and how they do business and the rapport I have with them. We create support groups like FFG, Fancy Foot Girls. I've been in support groups. I've been in a Badass Becky's sorority, Babs. I've even created a support group myself because I mentor. You guys know that, Goddess Academy. And yeah, there are girls who click up and they create their own support groups, because in this kind of business and dealing with these kind of men and trolls, we definitely need to support each other, because people who don't do what we do, they just won't understand. You know what I'm saying? They can't offer the kind of sound advice that, you know, we as models need to keep going, keep doing this. So shout out to all the support groups that are out there, all the girl cliques. I ain't mad at you. Y'all are helping each other out, believe it or not, because if they didn't exist, we'd probably all go crazy. Oh man. But what I do want to say is, outside of, you know, the groups empowering each other and stuff like that, there are models that don't know how to do good business, and they poach other models, which is not a healthy habit to pick up. Poaching, when I say poaching, I mean hopping in a popular model's comments and liking all her comments, so that her followers can see you, or blatantly promoting in her comments just because the picture got a lot of likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is really rude, especially if you never spoke to the girl before. How you just gonna hop up in her comments like she don't see you liking the shit too, and you ain't never said a word to her? Hell no, you can't eat off of her. And that should be like a universal rule. Like, you should just know that. You know what I'm saying? You should know that. It's rude. You don't go up to random girls in a party and just start being friends with all her friends except her. Come up in her VIP. It's probably her birthday. Rude. It's crazy. Something else I wanted to touch on was models who do it for the culture. The ones who are big brands, you could tell, you know, they do it for the love. They put out a lot of free content. Their pages are active. They might come down every now and then, but they always have the bigger pages. You know what I'm saying? Shout out pages always fuck with them. So their brand is their legend. It keeps on going, keeps on living. And then there's the models who do it for the dollar, and they're in it real quick. You know what I'm saying? You might see them only when it's an emergency in their real vanilla life, and they're just doing this, you know, on the low. You could tell by the models who only post feet. They don't post their whole body. You know, it's either something to hide or a job, or they're just not 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with not being 24/7, but the behavior it always has to remain the same. You can't blatantly just be behaving out here like you're part-time, because you could definitely tell the difference between a part-time model and a full-time model in her personality. You know what I'm saying? She might not communicate with customers about their customs that they ordered and already paid her for in a timely manner. She might, you know, scam a client or two. She might pretend she's in another city, collect deposits, and really not be in that city. You know what I'm saying? Risky behavior and all of that. We gotta really chill with all that. We gotta keep a certain etiquette, because this is in this same community, you know, we make friends. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, I'm not here to make friends. But yeah, we come in thinking like that, but we end up with actually really great friends, because guess what? These women are women you got a lot more in common with than probably your bestie, who doesn't do this, who probably doesn't know that you're a fetish model. So always keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep it courteous. Act like you got some manners. Act like you got, you know, parents that raised you right. Don't just be out here being grimy to females who are doing the same thing you're doing. We really got to support each other. Yeah, that's how, you know, you make and keep friends, because in keeping these friends, the support when you need something, you know, they'll come through for you. Your page come down, instantly you got 20 other models with pages over 10K that's willing to shout you out. Again, expanding you to their network. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that by yourself. It's gonna be really fucking hard. From my personal experience, I'll tell you about that real quick. 2 weeks ago, I lost my whole entire luggage. I was coming from Thanksgiving, visiting family, and I did some goofy shit, and I put my bag down for a couple seconds, turned around, the shit was gone. Had my laptop and everything in it, and I really had to sit down. I couldn't work. Well, not the way I'm used to, because, you know, I like to put out quality. I'm not really trying to put out no bullshit. But yeah, I couldn't work. I had to wait. But I had my support group to shout me out and spread my story around, besides just me telling it with a deleted page the next day. Yeah. And I got my laptop within 4 days. I raised all the money right back up. Loyal submissives. a fucking big ass support group of models and friends. And yeah, I'm fucking blessed. Is all I can say. Because in 4 days, I was back up and running and everything. Even my fucking makeup was replaced. You know what I'm saying? So you have to carry on as if you got some sense out here and be considerate of people's feelings and dealing with them. You know, build relationships. This is the only way you're going to survive in the fetish world. And I'm telling you that right now, that your reputation is everything. You know what I'm saying? Your reputation is everything. So I'm going to stop my rant right there. And it's been a cool 16. Oh shit, I just spit 16. But yeah, thanks for listening. And I hope the models, you know, really learn from everything I just said and take that into consideration moving forward. Maybe, you know, we'll be better to each other and the community will actually thrive off of actually listening to this shit. But yeah, I'm out. Like, share, and subscribe to all my channels. Y'all know where to find me. My new Instagram is Queen_QVF. I'm on Twitter, QueenVeinyfeet. Both of the Twitters and Instagrams for Yes Man Productions is Yes Man Productions. And yeah, tell your friends, share it, and all that good stuff. Love y'all, and I will be back on time next week. Don't you fucking worry. All right, later.